Good morning, student. Today we are going to read class 7th SST Geography, chapter number 13, Temperate Grassland, part 2. So, student, in the previous video, I had explained about the another grassland, that is temperate grassland prairies, and where it is situated, what kind of climatic condition is there, and due to the climatic condition what kind of vegetation is grow, and due to the vegetation what kind of wildlife is there. We had also read that how the people used to survive over there, what they do, how they earn money, and what kind of crops is grown over there. All these things, all these topics we had discussed in the previous, all topic we had read in the previous video. Now, student, in this video, we'll read about the next topic, the next temperate grassland, which is the veld. So veld lies in the South Africa, the southern part of the Africa. That is the uh, veld. We have to read into this topic. Now, the temperate grassland in South Africa are known as veld. So basically, the temperate grassland which is found in the South Africa, it is known as veld. In the Dutch language, the word veld means field. Veld means field, the place, the open place we can say. So the veld means open place in the language Dutch. This step-like plateau is located in the eastern part of the plateau of the South Africa between the Drakensberg mountain in the east. Okay, this particularly veld is a step-like plateau. This is a step-like plateau. It's appear like a step. It's appear like a step, and it is located in the eastern part of the plateau of the South Africa. So it is located into the eastern part of the South Africa, as you can see in the map, between the Drakensberg mountain in the east. Now you can see in the map Drakensberg mountain, as well as the Kalahari desert in the west. So you can see the Kalahari desert is in the west. Okay, the veld is divided into three parts. The veld is divided into three parts. Now you can see the high veld. High veld, it's about 1200 meter to 1800 meter from the sea level. So they are divided. They are step like. Why it is like said? It is step like because of the raised platform. Because of the raised step means CD. So it's appear like a step. It's appear like a step. That is why it is known as step like plateau. So the first layer of the high veld is the first layer of the veld is the high veld, that is from 1200 meter to 1800 meter. The next one is the middle veld, that is from 600 to 1200 meter from the sea level. And the last step, the last CD of the weld is the low weld. It's about 150 to 600 meter. So now you can understand why it is known as step like plateau. Why it is known as step like plateau? Because it has a three step. First one is a high weld, second one is a middle weld, and the third one is a low weld, according to their height. According to their height from the distance from the sea, that is why they are denoted as a step. A range of hills known as Witwatersrand, with an average altitude of 17 to 1800 meter, run through the veld. Now you can see into the map of that is pasted in the slide as well as in your book. Witwatersrand is a another highest part of the high veld, that is the average height, means we can say the maximum height. It's about 1700 to 1800 meter, that runs through the veld, means it crosses the veld. This is the high ridge, or this is the highest point of the veld, where the rich deposit of coal, manganese and gold is found. Now here you can understand what the plateau is the oldest form, natural form or the physical form of the earth. It is the oldest physical form of the earth, and this contain the Witwatersrand rand contains the coal, manganese and gold. So these are the precious minerals which is found in the which heel or the which weld, that is the high weld. It's named as a Witwatersrand. This is one of the heels of the high weld. This is one of the heel of the high weld, which heights up to 1700 meter from 8 up to the 1800 meter. Here the river Orange, Val, Limpopo along with their tributary. Now you can see in the map Orange, Val and Limpopo. Three rivers flow in these regions along with their tributaries. So these rivers drain this area and they also forms many waterfall and rapids. Why they fall waterfalls and rapid? Because these rivers flow from the upward to the downward. So waterfall and rapid you have already read in the previous classes. Waterfall what? When the water flow from the top and towards the down, that is the waterfall. So many waterfall and rapids found in these region, forming and when they cross the plateau edges, basically they fall from the highest part of the plateau towards the down areas. Now moving towards the climate. What kind of climate is there? It is located in the warm temperate zone. It is located in the warm temperate zone. Warm temperate zone means the zone which is near to the Tropic of Capricorn. That is the warm temperature zone. So that climate of this area will be differ from the others one, because it is near to the Tropic of Capricorn, and due to that the temperature is also here. The temperature likewise near to the Capricorn. This region is surrounded by three side water bodies. First one is Indian Ocean, and from the east side it is Indian Ocean, from the west it is Atlantic, and from the south it is covered by the Southern Ocean. As a result, the world enjoys a moderate oceanic climate with warm summer and cool dry winters. So because of the coverings from the three side water bodies, this world is faced the oceanic climatic condition where the summers are warm and winters are dry and cool. Rainfall usually occurs in summer, and it's about 20 to 35 centimeter, means it is very less rainfall, which support the growth of grasses only. And sometimes it also causes the drought as well, when there is no rainfall at all, so this creates the drought as well. So as you can see, a very minimum or the less amount of waterfall is there, or we can say rainfall is there. So natural vegetation is like that only. So when the temperature or the climate is very different, means the summers are very warm and the winters are very cool, so it's the rainfall is very less. So due to that, the area supports only grasses. Now moving towards the natural vegetation which is found in this region. Like natural vegetation is what? The natural vegetation is in this region is extremely sparse, and it always consists of tall grasses with bushes and short grasses. So tall grasses is also there where the maximum amount of rainfall is there. Bushes is also there where the average amount of rainfall is there, and short grasses where the minimum rainfall is there. So these kind of categorization is there. Scattered tree, where there are very few trees is found near the river banks or the higher elevation, means the higher altitude areas, like marula, acacia, and plum like fruit. So fruit trees are also fine. So there are very limited amount of natural vegetation is found because of the less rainfall. So as you can see, uh, the climate is very different. So natural vegetation is accordingly that. So wildlife is also affected by that. So here very less amount of animals is found, like lion, cheetah, leopards, giraffe, kudu. Kudu is a antelope which is found in the wild only. Also, here people have started poaching, means killing the animals, hunting the animals. So because of that, the population of the animals which are residing over there, it has reduced, it has lessened by the time. So it's the responsibility of government. They had made several national park, included the sanctuaries as well, so that they can protect their animal species. The vervet monkey is one of the such rare species that is found in this region. So it one monkey is there. Now you can see the picture of vervet monkey. So this is the rarest species of the world, which is been used, which has been killed or hunted by the people those who were living over there. So government of there, they had decided to protect the vervet monkey. So they had founded a sanctuary that is named as Vervet Monkey Foundation. It's their responsibility to keep this species alive and to protect them. Now, moving toward the life of the people, how the people lives over there, what they do for their earning. Now, let us see the life of people. The Wells were originally the home of the wandering Bantu tribes, San, Khoi Khoi, who hunted in this region. So, if we talk about the people, those who are living over there, they are generally tribal peoples, and they belongs to the several tribal communities like Bantu tribe, San tribe, and Khoi Khoi tribes. So these are the three main tribal community. Other tribal communities also living over there, but these are the main tribal communities. Those who are living in the wild, they used to hunt during that time. Nowadays the lifestyle has changed, and the government is also aware so that they can keep their animals safe and protected. So hunting is almost banned everywhere, but the people those who are belongs to the tribal community, they used to do, they practice the food gathering, hunting, and agriculture. So the San, Khoi Khoi, and the Bantu tribes, those who were the part of this world, they used to do the food gathering, hunting, and agriculture. It was a Dutch traveler who explored, who opened up the region in the mid 17th century. So during the mid 17th century, when the Dutch travelers came, they explored. They found several areas. They saw several areas, and they move into the inland areas. Means they reaches to the coastal area, but when they move inside the world, so they saw different landform is there, and they started converting all those grasslands into the farmland. During the 19th century, they started conversion of the grassland into farmland on a large scale, and this gives the opportunity to the other Europeans to come over there. Like this, the Britishers, they have also started coming towards over there. They started fighting with each other, like Dutch and the other Europeans, those who started to take over the world. They started to fighting over there, and this the people those who won, those who started residing over there. So this gives the appearance of the multi-ethnic and multiracial population. Multiracial population means those who belongs to the several tribal communities, as well as those who belongs to the several European countries, as well as outside of the European countries. So this gives the opportunity to mix with the people those who are living over there and the people those who come from the other part of the world, those who resided over there. The people those who are living in these area, they in the initially they used to do the agriculture and cattle rearing, and agriculture was made possible in this relatively arid land by employing the indigenous or imported laborers at the low wages and extensive use of irrigation. So when the Dutches and Europeans came, so they started people to appoint as their agricultural laborers. So they employing the indigenous people, the people those who are the native people, those who are native peoples of the world. They started keeping them as a laborer, as well as they also import several laborers from their colonized countries. So these laborers are there to come and do the agriculture work for the British as well as other European nations. So by doing these, they provide them a very low wages, as well as they provide them good irrigation facilities by using different technologies. They used to give them irrigation best or the good irrigation facilities. So the land is also there. So by getting the irrigation facilities, the production of those areas become much more. So they used to grow the corn, potatoes, sugarcane, peanuts, tobacco, fruits, vegetables. So various things are grown in these regions. Earlier, which was only in the form of grassland, which is not that much usable for the people those who are living over there. But after arriving of these invaders, we can say, or the colonizers, the scenario had changed. The place which was in the form of grassland, that has converted into the farmland by providing the laborers as well as good irrigation facilities. So they had started growing several kind of crops, fruits and vegetables. Livestock grazing and dairy farming is also important, like when the grasslands over there, so the which is the land which cannot be used for the farmland, so those lands were remain useless. So they had created the grasslands area where their animals can graze, and they also used to keep the cattle so that they can do the dairy farming as well. They can extract the milk, butter and the other things, so that they can sell it to the nearby markets or in the other continent as well. The good breed of beef cattle as well as sheep reared. So they why they reared these things, so that they can get the good quality of wool as well as they can get the meat. So so these things agriculture has provided several several kind of farming is also done. They used to keep the animals for their use. So these things are supplied to the towns of the world, and sometimes the products were also exported to the other part of the world as well. Sheep are mainly reared in the drier highveld, means where the drier area is there, where the less rainfall is there. So where in those regions ships are reared, and these ships are reared for the wool purpose, so that they can get the wool. One of the merino sheep are reared in the South Africa, which yield the finest quality of wool. So now you can see the picture of the merino sheep. So merino sheep is the first one is a merino sheep. So that is the sheep which provide the finest quality of the wool. And the another one is Angora goat. This Angora goat provide the silk like yarn called mohair and leather. So their skin is also used, and their hair is also used for making wool. The discovery of gold and later deposit of diamond, platinum, chromium, manganese and smaller deposits of uranium, copper, iron ore, coal and silver. Now, earlier people only know that this area is useless, or we can say it is only the grassland. people have come, they had changes the scenario. They started growing the crops, vegetables, fruits, and many other things. They also used to keep the animals to herd. They also keep the cattle that they can rear, and they can get the meat, wool and the milk product and many other things. But when they discovered this area is full of gold, diamond, platinum, chromium, these all expensive minerals, these all are expensive minerals. So when they discovered this area is full of these kind of minerals, so the life of the people has changed from the uh, pastoral to the industrialist. Means the mining is become most important activity over here. Why? Because everybody needs money, so they had started mining the different minerals which is found in the Weld region. Like the gold is found in the Witwatersrand, the diamonds, the fine quality of diamonds is found in the Kimberley. Several mineral based industries are also established over there, like iron and steel, and these iron and steel used for the making the railway equipment, machinery, and several metal products industries were also set up in the well. So these things are uh, is these things are provided as the natural resources. People, those who are residing over there, they have developed the good quality of road network, so and as well as road network, so that they can import and export the product which is grown in those areas, which is used in those areas. So kind of this kind of production and this kind of industries provide the better future for the people those who are living in the wild areas. Johannesburg, it is an important industrial and commercial center, and as I told, the Kimberley is a important industry, diamond industries. And Pretoria, it is an famous, it is famous for the iron and steel as well as railway equipment industries. So now the time, the life of the people those who are living in the world, their life is changed from the hunting and gathering or the cattle rearing, that has changed into the mine, the people those who are engaged themselves in the mining and the uh, extracting the natural resources, extracting the natural minerals from the from digging the earth. So this has changed the uh, uh, total scenario of the wild grassland. South Africa has one important fact you have to know, that South Africa has a three different capital cities. Every country has a one capital city, but the South Africa has a three capital cities. Like Pretoria is, it is the executive or the administrative capital. Bloemfontein is the judicial capital. Cape Town is the legislative capital. So this is the only country or the South Africa which has the three different capital, which makes it more amazing. And this is the topic that we have to discuss in this video. Now what you have to do is that you have to write about the people of the world, what they do earlier and what they do nowadays for the earning or for their livelihood. So this whole chapter is over, and if you have any confusion you can ask. Thank you, students.